And today we're talking about
Bluey. We're talking about it in honor of season 3 coming out to us. We watched all of the Bluey episodes in season 1 and season 2, and we've watched them like 1,000 million times.
We've been waiting and waiting and waiting
for season 3 to come out.
Now we're so excited.
Yeah, we're just super duper excited.
Okay, what's one of your next favorites?
My next favorite is Takeaway. Takeaway is basically like Dad, Bingo, and Bluey go to a restaurant to pick up food, and they got all their food except for their spring rolls. Dad's like, we're not leaving without spring rolls.
And then they call Mom and she's like, oh, you're Dad and spring rolls. And then basically a bit of a mayhem happens. Bingo needs to do a bush wee while some birds eat Dad's lunch, but Bingo tries to eat some of his dinner, and
she literally spits it out
because it's too spicy, and she drops it.
It's too spicy.
And then a lot of mayhem happens, but eventually they get fortune cookies, and they clean up, and then they get their spring roll. My next favorite is barbecue. What happens in this one is Bluey's mimicking Dad making the barbecue, and then Muffin and Socks, they're waiting for their sausages, but Bingo's trying to sit in her relaxer chair like this. But then they make her make a leaf salad. And then eventually she gets all muddy, but she did not relax because by the time she finally got to relax, it was time to eat.
Yeah.
And they weren't mentioning the salads. So
she was like, is anyone going to mention the salads?
Isn't anyone going to mention the salads?
And Bingo was all covered in mud because she was trying to make barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
What's
Not
your next
barbecue
favorite?
sauce, salad dressing. My next favorite is Hotel. So basically, they use their house and they Bluey sits on a laundry basket. Is that right? And she sits on a laundry basket, then she has a little table that she does this on. And then she's waiting for her customers, and Bingo is the
crazy helper and the bell.
Then when Dad first rings it, he's like, ring, and she's like, ring!
I might just fix that bell's volume.
And then
Dad fixes the volume, and then she goes, ding! And it's really funny because she wants to be a crazy pillow, but she has to be the crazy helper. But after a bit of them playing, she says, Bluey, I want to be a crazy pillow. But she stops playing because Bluey won't let her. But then Bluey comes and lets her, and then she gives Dad a new pillow since he's the customer.
Yeah, and then Bluey just becomes a little crazy blanket and start tickling him. And instead, the Dad was supposed to clean up the room, but instead he made it a bigger mess.
Yeah, and Mom was in the shower the whole time. And then when she came back, it was even messier.
He was like, I thought you were supposed to clean the room. That's what he was like. It was so
My
funny.
final top 5 in season 1 is Taxi. One of my favorites of all time. What happens is Bluey is a taxi driver, comes and picks up Dad, who needs to go to the airport, but he says you won't pick up any more passengers, you won't break down, and you'll be very quick, right? And she says, of course. And then she's driving and she says, oh, another passenger, and picks up a rich lady. And then
I am a rich lady.
Which is Bingo. They drop off the rich lady, but Bandit got vomited on by the babies.
And there are these grannies walking across the street, and they're like, how many sausages do you think we need, Rita?
And it takes them a minute to walk across the street.
Yeah.
But then they break down, and then Bingo, the mechanic, comes in, helps them.
Open your bonnet, please.
And she's like, oh, it's your doodad.
Yeah, you need a new doodad, love.
Okay, a new doodad.
Oh yeah, love. Vicky doodad. Oh, the doodad.
We've played Taxi in real life before, and it was so fun because Mommy was a GPS.
Yeah, she was like, where to? which is the shortest road to Stumbly, Texas.
Tastics.
To
Okay.
the best of my knowledge.
It's a funny GPS.
Yeah.
They call SatNav, and it's just one of my favorites of all time. So, what's your final favorite top 5 of season 1?
My final favorite of top 5 in season 1 is Magic Xylophone.
This episode of Bluey is cool. The magic xylophone.
It's so funny because they like get the magic xylophone, then they ding it, and then
Dad has to freeze.
Bluey, look.
and then they get to like get the little felt pens and like draw a little mustache on him, some little eyeliner, and then like a little, instead of this, like reindeer one, and then like he's holding all these stuffed animals, and it's just so funny.
Huh? Oh no!
Ding!
Yeah, the magic xylophone.
Really? Yeah. We've played that one also in real life, but we call it the magic gong because we don't have a xylophone, but we have a gong. It's actually the first
It's
episode
like-
in season 1, so it's technically the first Bluey episode.
Maybe this side.
And Mom goes to work.
Yeah,
So sadly, you don't see her at all. But at the end,
yeah.
they turn Daddy into a daddy sprinkler.
Yeah, because he's like holding the hose and then they're like,
Yeah, he's about to hose down his garden gnome, which is Bluey frozen because
then he's
he's mad at Bluey.
Then he's unfreeze.
Yeah, but it
Then
turned
he's
out that
like,
Bluey was unfreezed the whole time because Bingo unfreezed her. So then, while Dad's looking inside the hose because it wasn't working because Bingo kinked it, they freeze him and they unkink it and it's the daddy water fountain. He's crazy. Those are our top 5
favorite episodes in season 1.
Goodbye.
Bye.